Fuck, that went well. Okay, I've stated this before, but I'll say it again. I don't like update videos because it's time spent updating instead of working on content. However, I feel like this one is justified because there's a lot of shit that's gonna change, and for the people who subscribed to me or followed me on SoundCloud or whatever the fuck, you should know what's coming so you can decide if you want to stick with me or unsubscribe, whichever is your fancy. I'll respect either decision. I've got a list of points here in front of me that I'm gonna be reading off of and just elaborating on them, and hopefully after some editing it'll be coherent and not a mess of jumbled thoughts. So yeah, here we go. So first thing, yeah, it was pretty dumb of me to unlist the videos without a proper explanation as to why to go with it. I've learned my lesson, la-di-da. I won't do it again, Mom. However, they will stay unlisted, probably removed later on or privated or something like that. Just be ready for that, I suppose. And going into the reasons why, I lost interest in the show like quite a while ago, like around season 4-ish, I think. But I had a few pony projects that I was currently working on, and I felt like I needed to finish what I had started. But because I was in that mindset, I wasted actually a lot of time. It was this weird imbalance of I cared enough about the theme of the songs, but not exactly the content where the samples came from. Yeah, it wasn't really working that well. Instead of beating a dead horse, like not that... Fuck, that's really dumb. So instead of wasting time and effort on a passion that doesn't exist, I'm just gonna move on and make music that I really want to make. Now with all that being said, props to anyone who still likes the show and everything, you know, it's your thing, but it's not my thing. It was more of a phase that went on a bit too long. But then there's the argument, well, why do you have to remove the actual music? Couldn't you just leave it up and post new songs on top of it? Well, yeah, that is a fair point, but I don't want to. I actually want all pony-related content off of my channel and SoundCloud and whatnot. And I have a couple of different reasons why. The first one being, I'm making quite a bit of changes right now, from how I make music and my workflow to how I handle my everyday life. And this is a complete contrast to how I handled my life when I made these songs. Because when I made these songs, I didn't really have any structure. I was just fucking around and working a job I hated. So it only seems natural to just purge these things. And also the other reason is that people don't really take you seriously when you make pony music. And yeah, I'm making new music on top of these, but I just want my slate to be clean at first glance, basically. Now, I've seen that people are upset that the music will be gone, and I totally understand, but at the same time, nothing really disappears from the internet, does it? I mean, if I tried my absolute best to remove all my songs from every single platform, that would be a pretty futile effort, wouldn't it? They're going to pop up somewhere. But as far as my channel goes, they serve their purpose. They had their time, and their time is up. So hopefully you agree with me. And if not, well, that's cool too. Either way, I didn't want to exactly quote-unquote leave without giving something in return for your support and listening to my music and all that good stuff. The first thing that I've done is I've made a compilation of all my pony music from over the past few years. I took some time to remaster Rain Boom. I also got an instrumental because of that. I might have put a couple of unreleased tracks on there. Who knows? You just might have to download it and see. Next thing, I've made stem packs as well as Ableton project files for Rain Boom, Believe, and Become. So feel free to download those and do whatever remix and sample. All the links to these items are of course in the description below, so feel free to start downloading away. They'll be up for a very long time since I can just stick them up on Mega without worrying about space and whatnot. Although I do recommend you save the actual links in a text document just in case you need to re-download them, because this video will be removed soonish. I had to get all this stuff out of the way for incoming releases, just so we're on the same page here, alright? So yeah, that's about everything I wanted to cover. Thanks for listening up until this point. You took the time to listen to my reasoning, and I really appreciate that. And actually, even more so, I really appreciate that you listen to my music. It's still kind of surreal to me that people appreciate the work that I do and that. So I look forward to making more of that stuff. It's gonna be fresh. If you haven't already, I suppose follow my Tumblr. I'll be posting tidbits of info every now and again on there. And also follow Avalanche. That's a side project consisting of Vastonic and I. We're working on stuff for that as well. So, yeah. Bye.